Doc, you know that this work as members of parliament, particularly when you're on the opposition side. A lot of our colleagues, I'm sure, when they get to opposition, they would be doing same, if not more. And the way our politics is structured, you may be seen as, trying to rock the boat if you are an MPP MP and you are doing too much scrutiny.
Yes, abusia me fa na sekese bebi mfiri negative aso ye mfa mbro bibia o hwe negative oti news abena bin le bitwa kruseni ada wase na mo ye beso wada unya subscribe ya bomodina na phone saka subscribe button no na turn notification bell on ene bebo na brena bin abetime nkama me nso mai de mate won kama bibia atimi ai de akọ wano abusia ene dai eye wawunim se eye Okudzeto Ablakwa oyobi a eye national cathedral sagan odinsem bi ababontin odinsem bi babontin aya na ye go into details aya na bebre no kore watiase enen so odinsem bi ababeto abontin eye document bi wo puli document bi out na ansara me no yebekwa kuti nsema papa na de beto abontin no misra wada unya subscribe ya bomodana phones aka subscribe button na ten notification bell on ebebo na be na benya betime nkama me nso mai de mate won kama bibia atimi ai de ko wano yenko tie owura eye Ablakwa nsema odi tu bia Good Morning Ghana show so.
Doc, you know that this work as members of parliament, particularly when you're on the opposition side. A lot of our colleagues, I'm sure, when they get to opposition, they would be doing same, if not more. And the way our politics is structured, you may be seen as, trying to rock the boat if you are an MPP MP and you are doing too much scrutiny and oversight.
Are you a serial litigant?
But when you are in opposition,
are you a serial litigant?
It's your work. No, it's just my mandate, carrying out my mandate. And you know that for a considerable number of years, we all have specializations in parliament. I've been, looking closely
Where is my young man?
at protecting the public purse, as looking at government expenditure generally. This whole even National Cathedral Crusade, that is really the heart, the cracks of the matter.
I'm trying to push two of your young men.
I won't allow you to poach them. A lot of investment has gone into training them in espionage activities. So the latest cache of documents I'm looking at from the presidency is the
are they documents presented to Parliament?
9 month expenditure, January to September. And you know that in this period of considerable economic crisis, it led the finance minister in March last year to announce some major interventions, about ban on imported official vehicles. He was clear in that March presentation. He also announced that they were slashing, fuel coupons, expenditure on fuel and all of that. A raft of cuts, expenditure cuts, because government wanted to carry the Ghanaian people along, that they are burden sharing. Let us all, be prepared to sacrifice in this period of difficulty. However, what is emerging, having analyzed the over 250 expenditure items, I've just put out 10. Just the 10 is in excess of 191 million, and they are very problematic, very, very problematic. You have, for example, the regional tours of the president costing the Ghanaian taxpayer 16.8 million Ghana cedis. That's just too high. On the average, 1 million Ghana cedis. And that
isn't it a reflection of the soaring prices in this country?
No, but because fuel is different. The fuel for that period alone, and I've done the comparative analysis, is gone up. Even if you factor in the price differentials and all of that, it has still gone up. The 50% cut that was announced does not reflect. We spent 51.1 million on fuel. That's separate. I have not even
1.1 million cedis.
Yes, at the presidency in 9 months for just fuel, the fuel bill.
But it should be a reflection of the size of government, really.
Yeah, but why should we be keeping that size? Why should we be keeping that size? You see, I agree with the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference. They issued a statement last week and urged government to cut expenditure drastically. Those are their words. And that they should adopt a posture which is consistent with the times that we are in. You don't see that when you analyze, the government expenditure patterns. If you take, a matter like telecommunications and internet, 20 million Ghana cedis. And that is not all. There is also payment for networking and ICT equipment, 6.6 million separate. Even this announcement that ban on official vehicles, you look at the expenditure patterns, they have spent 6.5 million as recent as August.
Maybe they had ordered the vehicles before the announcement.
They had ordered before.
Yeah, maybe the order.
It takes so many months when you order a vehicle. Really?
Sometimes, yeah.
Really?
Ship
Really?
Yeah,
Really? Multiple months, even individuals.
During
And this is
COVID, there was a
government.
shortage of chips.
And after the announcement, they couldn't do a goodwill gesture by cancelling those plans.
Judgment debt.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced. I'm not falling for this. And then, why are we spending so much on furniture and fittings? 7.5 million. What was all that about? It can't wait in these times. There are a lot of things here that, to me, can wait. Even the president's operational enhancement, which is really like just a slush fund, really, for the president's discretion. 59 million. Isn't it too much? 59 million Ghana cedis. All the noise.
Have you arrived at these conclusions on the basis of a comparative analysis?
Yes.
Or you're just
Yes.
looking at the figures?
No. I'm doing a comparative.
Because I'm sure what
it
somebody
is.
else will do is that they'll go and pick
I have
up
done
these
that.
expenditures when you were in office.
I have done that. I've done nowhere already. If you look at the what we approve, the allocation. This government just believes in big size, big expenditure. I mean, can you believe that in the midst of this crisis, what they even brought for contingency to Parliament in December was 1.4 billion. We had to slash it down.
Contingency meaning unexpected
matter. 1.4 billion. We had to slash it down to 533 million.
That apart from the
this is apart from
the various allocations that we have made.
Yes.
Of things that we expect to happen.
Exactly.
We say that just in case something happens, we need 1.4 billion.
Exactly.
To deal with emergencies.
And we were able to slash it down to 533 million. What has happened? Has Ghana collapsed? Has there been any emergency that we've not been able to cater for? And you do a comparative analysis of even the allocation to the president. This has been the biggest. It's gone up by over 100%, sometimes 1,000% if you do year-by-year analysis.
Are you oblivious of all the agencies under the presidency?
No.
Again, I'm glad you asked. Should we have those agencies? For example, why did we set up a COVID-19 secretariat? That spent 12.4 million, according to this Auditor General's report. Why? Why did we need that? No, I'm not done. But I think I can
have a copy?
Give you an extra copy. Yeah. I always have multiple copies all over the place so that
just in case.
Even if I'm attacked, the documents will be safe. So why do we have to create a COVID-19 secretariat that spent 12.4 million aside the task force we had established, and then Ghana Health Service, which has the requisite expertise, and the Ministry of Health? We didn't need that. Why are we creating a monitoring and evaluation secretariat when in the modern era, monitoring and evaluation has been mainstreamed in every ministry, department, agency? Why are we creating an SDI secretariat?
If you spend on Honorable Ablakwa, if for example you create a bureaucracy for monitoring and evaluation, and you spend money, and they do a really good job, they could save you maybe 1 million times what you're spending.
Oh, please.
That's if indeed.
But they rather add, if you look at the expenditure patterns, then ties and batteries. This one even freaks me out.
What?
15 million Ghana for ties, car ties and batteries.
Yes, in 9 months. It's a reflection of the kind of roads that we have.
Really?
Yes.
Really? And after all we do, really, MPs, we are not giving official vehicles, and we take care of our own servicing and all of that. Don't you think we pamper those in the executive too much? After you are giving an official vehicle, should we still be buying your batteries and your ties for you?
Because you people,
why?
You people as a parliament, you major on the minors, the minors on the majors.
Yeah, why?
The things that you ought to do, I mean, and that's where sometimes my disappointment
I think as a country
comes in.
We should critically look at these things.
Your power.
Yeah,
maybe maybe the day you're, is it 71? The article.
Article 71. Yeah.
Maybe the day it is amended, that's when you have your proper freedom and be able to do things.
I mean, some of the things here are mind-boggling. I mean, in this time, in this day and age, in these dying moments of the presidency, should we engage somebody to be drafting a strategic plan for us? And we have paid 20%. If you look at the last but one page.
Strategic plan for who?
The presidency. And we have paid 271,495.33 Ghana cedis.
A strategic plan for the presidency?
Presidency, yes. And the person has received 271,000. And that's just 20%.
Maybe it's one of the agencies.
It says staff development presidency. I mean, and it's so 1.3 million if you do by the time he's paid fully. 1.3 million. You can't even draft a strategic plan for free. And really, at this time,
are you asking me to draft something for free?
You can do it. You can easily draft that in 1 hour for free. I mean, knowing your capacity.
I can't do it. There will be a lot of
and you charge 1.3 million.
Maybe more.
Yeah, when you see these things, actually, why won't you? So you see, you go through this, and it's over 250 items. And it's only 10 that's giving us 191 million. So I agree with the Ghana Catholic.
Please help me with something.
Bishop Conference.
Please help me with something.
Civil society.
Please help me with something. This document is brought to Parliament in fulfillment of a legal requirement.
No, this is you can still say legal requirement, but it's normal during the budget process, the budget approval process. So, Office of Government Machinery. So we insist that we must know.
So this is different from the one that comes with
presidential staffers. That's different. That's different.
Okay. I thought that's where you extracted this from.
No, that one will come. The law says that in the first quarter. So by close of March, they must.
So you're here. You're here. Pardon my choice of the word.
No problem.
You're here lamenting to the people of Ghana about all of this. Yeah. When this is brought as what happened last year, and they are asking for more money, of what use is this to you in that process?
Yes. So because we are armed with this, because we insist that before any new approval, we want to know how you spent the previous year, and that's how come they brought this. And this is just because we're in December, they said they only have data for the first 9 months up to September. So this helped us to streamline other expenditure items. That is how come we were able to, for example, deny them the approval for monitoring evaluation. We virtually collapsed the secretariat. We didn't approve the allocation. The SDI secretariat, we also did not approve the allocation. If you put those two together, we saved the Ghanaian taxpayer about 8.5 million Ghana cedis, So this helps us to, unfortunately, when the spending is going on, we are not able to, as a parliament, in real time, check these things. And you see, the way even the reporting is done, you only have the GIFMIS code, and then you don't even know whether there was a contract, whether there was procurement process followed, which company executed, and all of you just see. And for example, that is the difficulty I have with the Vice President's office. If you go through here, these documents, this particular page, because the pages are not numbered, you see that the Vice President's office under GIFMIS code 2210909, release of funds to the Secretary of Viceroy for urgent and other emergency activities. 3 of this. Just within 9 months, emergency and other urgent activities. It's not defined, no breakdown, and it's about 4.5 million.
The one you read about the president. Is there a breakdown? The one that
no. So that is what
how's that called?
That's operational enhancement.
Yes. So maybe the office of the vice president should take a cue. Describe it as operational enhancement, not all.
Not because I was asking in my write-up that. What kind of emergencies are these? I don't think that even NADMO, the fire service,
there are.
Get this allocation.
You've been in office before, so you know the
emergency activities.
You know what operational enhancement and emergencies are.
Emergency activities.
So
really,
is there SAMs involved?
Yeah. Look, government expenditure is in a mess. The government must really look at the profligacy and cut
down. So you didn't give them what they wanted?
Cut down a lot of these things. Yes, for this year.
You reduced it?
Yes, we reduced it substantially. Okay. Yeah.
So the contingency, you gave them
533
instead of
1.4 billion that they requested.
You're saying that you reduced it by close to $1 billion?
Yes.
And they didn't have issues with it?
Initially, but they came round and I must commend colleagues on the other side, particularly the chair of the finance committee, Okudzeto Ablakwa. He agreed that, look, in these times, if these things go out, the government won't look good, parliament won't look good, because it was an increment from last year. Last year's own, when our crisis was not this aggravated, it was about 900 million. And then they had increased it to 1.4 billion, for a crisis period. It's unbelievable.
Anyway.